Hi everyone, today we are here with Jackie and we are going to be showing you some different food plates that show the balanced diets.
Take it away. Thanks, Kat. Hi everybody. Today we're going to show you how this plate visual that we've shown you in the past few sessions looks like in real food form. So we've seen this handout before where it shows us the visual of the food groups.
Yes.
This is an actual plate. I'm going to toss this down here for a second. But this is an actual portion plate where half of it is non-starchy vegetables, a quarter protein, and a quarter starches and grains.
Okay.
So if we can keep this visual in mind when we put our plates together, then that'll give us a head start.
All right.
Let's start with breakfast.
All right.
So this is scrambled eggs and hash browns.
Okay.
And so this would be our protein, this would be our starches and grains, and then what they've prepared for us are some vegetables. These would be great stir-fried. So we could just put them in the pan when we're scrambling, and that would become that other portion of the plate. This might spread out to a half, and if it doesn't, add in more starchy or add in more non-starchy vegetables to saute up,
Okay.
or step back and think about it as a whole day. And if we don't get half in this meal, then make lunch and dinner more than half. Or have snacks, have this as a snack. So that at the end of the day, if every meal we were eating were piled high on a plate, would half of it be non-starchy vegetables, a quarter protein, and a quarter grains. Does that make sense?
It does. So yeah, if this isn't enough this morning, you can have like carrot sticks later as your snack.
Yes, perfect, exact.
Okay.
So this is, we've pulled out some 2% milk. Milk is one of those things where we want at least no milk to at least 3 servings a day.
Okay.
Milk comes in skim, 1, 2%, and whole. Anyone over the age of 2 really doesn't need whole milk. It's just the nutrients are the same in all, it's just the fat content. So if you can handle skim milk, great. 1% or 2% is better than whole.
Okay.
We've got our fruit. Fruit is another thing where we're having servings per day. So we want at least 3 servings per day. So what's a serving? If it's compacted down, we're looking at half a cup. So applesauce or juice, half a cup.
Okay.
If it's chopped like this, we're looking at 3/4 to 1 cup as a serving. And we want at least 3 per day. We get nutrients here that we get nowhere else. So we want fruit.
And that's the good sugars.
Yes, right, the fructose, the good sugars. This is a parfait that's in yogurt. So yogurt is the milk category,
Okay.
and we want 0 to 3 servings of those a day. And then the granola would be what category? What food group?
Grains.
Right here in this 25%. So
Okay.
25% in the day. So you can see if I were to have this as my breakfast, I'm already getting 2 servings of milk. I'm getting a serving of fruit, and this grain would be added to this grain for that 25%.
Okay. So we would be almost a quarter of the way there with some of them.
Exactly.
Okay.
We good?
We're good.
All right. So Kat, let's move to the next meal.
Okay.
We've got 2 dinners, so I want to just show you the first dinner that we've got here. We've got a sirloin tip and noodle, and you'll see that half of this plate is non-starchy vegetables. They've done a really nice job with this, but then they've also added in for us a salad. So now we're more than that 50%. So we didn't have the 50% at breakfast.
Right. So now we have over 50% for dinner.
Exactly. We also have our fruit serving here. So we've got an orange. That's a 6-ounce orange chopped up. I also want to point out that this is beautiful. It is plated so beautifully
Right.
that the nutrients in it are so much more available to us than if it were just on paper with plastic and a hash of, goulash.
Right.
Goulash is not bad. Don't misread
No.
this, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful plate.
Right. The colors and everything, draws your eyes more to it, makes it more appealing to eat.
Yes, exactly. We also have some dressings here. We've got some fat-free ranch, some fat-free Italian, some Caesar, and some balsamic vinaigrette.
Okay.
So really what you're looking at for the dressings here these portions are way too large.
Yes.
For every 2 cups of salad, we're looking for a tablespoon of dressing.
Right. That's where everybody usually goes over with salad.
Yes.
The dressings.
Yes. And then it's swimming in it, but the formula that you eventually want to get to in a healthy diet for all of us is for every 2 cups of greens, we want 1 tablespoon of dressing. And it really doesn't matter what kind of dressing. Your choice.
So a way to avoid, drowning your salad, is it to put it like on the side and then dip your salad in it? Is that a better way to go about it than to just, slather it all on top of your salad?
Some people do that. If you're gonna do that, then I always, make the salad the first thing that my taste buds taste. So
Okay.
if you're gonna dip the fork into the dressing and then you're still gonna taste salad first
Right.
until you get to the dressing. So maybe it's salad and then dip it into the dressing in a pool on your plate and
Okay.
then put it in. But honestly, what I find is once you recognize that salad has its own flavor,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a good flavor,
Right.
1 tablespoon to 2 cups is really plenty. So, and if you're traveling to work with it, if you put the 1 tablespoon on in a container, by the time you get there, it's already tossed and ready, and it's on everything anyway.
Oh, good to go.
Yeah. So, any questions in here?
No, seems good.
Let's go to our second dinner plate.
Okay.
Our second dinner plate here is now fish, and carrots, non-starchy vegetables, and rice, another starch and grain.
So this one looks like our green plate, with it's kind of divided there.
Yes, right. And so we've got, on this plate, we have more half as the protein instead of a quarter. And this is definitely a quarter, and this could be doubled. So
Okay.
this also, if I can reach back here, this dinner, let's just add a salad to it, and now this is a perfect portion.
There we go.
If we were to look at this dinner, bananas that we buy in the store typically are 2 servings. A serving of a banana is about 4 ounces.
Okay.
And bananas we buy in the store are about 6 to 8. I don't think we'd find anybody that would be willing to buy 4-ounce bananas today.
No, probably not.
So if we do this, this is going to be 2 of our servings, or
Okay.
1.5. Or we could just cut this in half, eat half later, or share the banana with somebody, and that would be a fruit serving.
Okay.
This is our angel food cake, so it provides a sweet without any extra sugar. This fruit, these blueberries, are beautiful. They make this plate look beautiful.
Right.
But it's not a fruit serving, and that's okay.
No, but it, it draws your eye and it makes it, more appealing to eat.
Yeah, and it's bonus fruit,
Bonus
not fruit fruit, not a fruit serving. And if we want something added to this, you could pour a little heavy cream in the bottom, part of the milk serving if you want it, or just have this as is.
Okay.
So right now, if we're back to that green plate, we've got our half non-starchy vegetables, we've got our protein and our starches, and our fruit. Another beautiful plate.
Awesome. Looks good.
Let's go to lunch.
Okay.
This is our lunch option. Now, we've added in some beautiful green beans from the hospital garden that have been roasted or sauteed. They're just beautiful.
Right.
So there's that half of the plate, and you don't always have to serve it on the same plate. A lot of it is just a gut feel.
Okay.
Half of my intake is vegetable. So we've got our vegetables here. We also have a vegetable soup here. So green beans, tomatoes, what else do you see in here?
Some potatoes, definitely a tomato sauce.
Yep, tomatoes being
just
the
some
non-starchy.
peas.
The peas and the potatoes being part of the starches and grains, right? And so this is adding to the 50% of the day. Stop that vibration. But now what we're looking at here is if I were to deconstruct this on that plate,
Okay.
the bread would be the starch.
Starch. Yes.
And then what do you see in here?
I see what looks like turkey, maybe some cheese, tomato, and lettuce.
Right, and there's cheese in here too.
I believe
That's
there's
some
a
Swiss
piece of
cheese.
Swiss right there.
So that would be protein too.
Okay.
And so we could really measure out that turkey and that cheese to make sure that it's still within
fill in
that.
corner of the plate.
Right.
Okay.
And so we've got vegetables here from the beans, the vegetable soup, The lettuce and tomato, well within our 50%.
Yes.
2 pieces of bread, well within our 25%.
Okay.
Turkey and cheese, well within our 25%. Let's talk a little bit about condiments.
Okay.
What kind of condiments do you like on your sandwiches?
Usually just mustard,
Perfect. Mustard is a perfect condiment, nothing in it
right?
except spice.
Vinegar and spice.
Yep.
Yep.
Ketchup, some of these ketchups have some high fructose corn syrup. I would encourage people to, at home at least, get the non-fructose
Okay.
added. But ketchup is non-starchy.
Isn't there a lot of sugar in ketchup as well?
Doesn't have to be. So on the bottom of that nutrition fact panel, we'll have an ingredient list.
Okay.
And so we've touched on that. You just want to make sure sugar is not
Not
there.
in the top.
Yeah, not added, no added sugars, just the
Right.
natural sugar. No high fructose corn syrup if you can.
Okay.
In the packets, you're probably going to get the high fructose. So go easy on those.
Okay.
Real mayonnaise, fat-free mayonnaise, that's going to have some fat. Just go light on it. You know, sometimes we think we need a lot of condiment, we need a lot of mayonnaise. But I would say to you that once the taste buds start to appreciate food,
Right.
this might be fine without anything on it. Or heat it up and melt the cheese. Let the cheese be the condiment.
Oh, that's an interesting way to do it. Yeah.
This is Greek yogurt.
Yes.
I love Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is high in protein per bite. This can be considered, in my world, it's considered a food, whereas the regular yogurt is less in protein per bite and
Okay.
has more sugar per bite. So that would, in my world, be more of a candy, whereas this is a food.
Okay.
So if you like Greek yogurt, or if you can get yourself to like Greek yogurt, I would always choose Greek yogurt over regular.
So this could be something that you pack in, your cooler when you go to your treatments.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect.
Make
Okay.
sure you have a cooler so you've got ice packs or something.
Right,
to make
yeah.
Food safe.
Awesome.
And you can get any kind of Greek yogurt. You can get it with fruit, yogurt, or granola, any brand, any flavor. The fruit in it is not going to be a fruit serving. It's just going to be
Right.
flavoring.
Yeah.
So you could add fruit to it if you wanted. You could even put one of these in the freezer and then have a true frozen yogurt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Or it could be something in your smoothie with, So we talked, during cancer treatment, that segment about the Ensures. Could that be something you mix with Greek yogurt to help
Yes.
add more protein into your diet?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. You're on it. You're going to take over my job at some point.
No.
So now if we just recap all of this, and I know we have to pull one of these dinners out if we look at 3 meals, snacks are always optional. But a lot of times when we eat balanced food groups like this, we're not even looking for snacks.
Okay.
In cancer treatment though, because sometimes we don't feel like eating, sometimes you might want to take a meal like this and spread it out over 2 meals, or 2 eating events, I should say.
Okay. So like you could eat your sandwich at one time and then eat the soup a little bit later.
Right, or even half a sandwich and half the soup.
Okay.
Just half this and eat it at 2 separate times.
Okay.
And they could do the same thing with any of those meals. But when we look at these like 3 meals, and we'll just pick this meal, and this meal, again, if it were piled high on this plate, would we be getting half of it non-starchy, quarter protein, quarter starches and grains? Make sure you don't get over the 3 servings of milk.
Okay.
From yogurt, milk, ice cream. A
Perfect.
serving of ice cream is half a cup, by the way.
Okay.
Not much.
That seems like less than we normally eat when we
Yeah.
eat ice cream.
Yeah. But from a health standpoint, it's half a cup. And if we're looking at these 3, we've got 1.5 servings here, 1 serving of the oranges, 1 serving of the breakfast fruit. So we're at our 3 servings of fruit.
Okay.
And that's a perfect day.
Awesome. Looks good. So, all right. Well, thanks for showing us all this, food laid out so that we can see it, on the plate instead of just, here on the paper.
My pleasure.
All right.
Always a pleasure to share food.
Thanks. And thank you.